Hi friends, my name is Akash and this is Know Your Bicycle. As we have discussed that cycling is something which actually makes you, takes you beyond the borders. And we have one live example of such. He has come all the way from UK to India in a search of something which he will define in his own words now.
Hi, I'm Sam from London in the UK and I'm cycling the Grand Trunk Road from Amritsar to Kolkata. And the reason I cycle is to broaden my mind and meet new people and experience new cultures.
So throughout the journey from Amritsar all the way to Delhi, how it has been for you?
I've really enjoyed it. It's been tough sort of getting used to sort of navigating my way around India for someone from the UK. So actually the cycling has been sort of not the easy bit, but an area I can control and feel comfortable in. So every time I get on the bike I feel like I'm in a sort of good place and I can just focus on cycling and taking in the world around me. And so when I get to a city, that's when I have to sort of switch on again and start thinking about finding some food and somewhere to stay. So the trip so far has been awesome in that the cycling has been the sort of stress relief.
One person who you are kind of see yourself more attached to and kind of follow his footsteps.
Yeah.
And try to make him proud.
Yeah. Well, one close example is a guy called Mark Beaumont. He's from the UK.
Yeah.
You know Mark Beaumont?
Yeah.
And when he cycled around the world, he averaged over 100 miles a day, which is pretty hardcore considering some of the conditions he had to face and some of the accidents he had along the way.
Yeah.
So for me, going along the Grand Trunk Road and its beautiful tarmac flat road, to think that he did basically 170 days back to back, averaging 100 miles an hour, 100 miles a day is absolutely amazing. It really lifts me up when I have a tough day on the bike.
Yeah. This reminds me of my tour of India. I mean, we did it in 40 days, 4,500 plus kilometers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. So Mark Berman is one of those people who Danny introduced me to Mark Berman. I read the book, I saw the documentary, and I was like ready for my trip. What is that one mission you are going on with?
For me, cycling is very sort of personal sport. It's me and the bike and on my own, but I'm doing it for a broader community by raising money for a charity called Save a Child, which has orphanages in Delhi and Kolkata. So it's both an internal personal thing for me and a way of contributing to society.
So Sam, what is that one thing you did on the move to contribute to the mission you are carrying on with?
Yeah.
Have you attended some lectures? Have you did something like that?
Yeah. So Save a Child has two institutions in Delhi. So when I arrived in India, I visited them, and now that I've cycled back to Delhi, I'll be visiting them again over the next couple of days. But along the way, I've been writing a blog, which we'll share the website name for, which you can check out and you can see my story. And that talks about Save a Child and the good work that it does, and gives you the opportunity to donate money and to be part of that global network of citizens, of cyclists, of people contributing to the environment they're in. So that's sort of what we've done so far.
Okay, that's pretty nice. We will definitely share the links with you guys and down below. Do contribute and be the part of the league. So any barriers so far, like language barrier?
I mean, somewhat fortunately, a lot of Indians speak English, so that makes things a bit easier for me. Not all do. But the key thing is everyone, especially Punjab and Haryana, are so desperate to be friendly and to help you out. So even when I had some tricky situations, getting some cash or finding somewhere to stay, Indians have just gone out of their way to make it as easy as possible.
And Smile has no language though.
It has no language. And cyclists as a community, it's a global thing. I think Warmshowers, which is how I came across you, is a perfect example of that.
So what is that one message you want to give to the people out there who would want to see the world from the saddle wheel?
So it's a bit of advice I tell my friends actually back in UK, not just from cycling, but don't let dreams be dreams. I had this vision of cycling across India a couple of years ago, and a lot of people told me it was a really silly idea. I wouldn't enjoy it, and it wouldn't even be possible. But I continually thought that it would be an awesome way to explore India away from the touristy routes and to actually understand real India. So I did my planning, but planning only gets you so far. At some point, you've got to set sail and get cracking. So my message is don't let dreams be dreams.
Well said. Cycling is one sport which actually connects you with the nature, and not only connects you with the nature, it's a solo sport in the end. You connect with the self, and then you kind of correct yourself and keep on taking you back on track for more and more. Now Sam will tell him about the bicycle he's been riding so far from Amritsar all the way to Delhi, and another 1800 kilometers to go all the way to Calcutta. Sam.
Yeah, so this is a Genesis Croix De Fer. It's a pretty indestructible steel frame bike which I got in the UK. I use it day to day for a commute, but it's purpose built for big expeditions like this. So it's got Alex rims, the rims which are pretty tough, and Bontrager tyres. The one slight risk on it is it's got hydraulic brakes for the disc brake, which if that goes wrong on a trip, is not much you can do to fix that. But everything else is really in my control. The one bit of trouble I've had so far is with the pannier rack. So I have two big panniers for all my kit, and this thing unfortunately is quite an old pannier rack, snapped about 200 kilometers in. So I had it welded, and that snapped as well. So I've had it welded 3 times now, but it's actually pretty solid. So I'm hopeful it will last to Kolkata. And yeah, this is my baby, and I love it.
Wow. And how about the tires? How many punctures so far?
No punctures so far.
No.
I think I've got a slow puncture in the front. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed and monitoring it, and sometimes sticking a bit of air in. But the idea behind the Bontrager, the tyres, and the Armadillo tubes within is that it should go the whole way without. But I obviously carry a few spares if the worst should happen.
Nice. And I can see that there's a GoPro in place. I'm sure you must catching some real miracles down the road.
Yeah. So I have an action camera. It's called an 8th Man. It's a little bit cheaper than a GoPro, and it does exactly the same job. It's really good. I checked them out. Yeah, I have that on the handlebars. So I flick it on and off every now and then. Sometimes turn it back so you get a bit of footage of the money shot. And yeah, hopefully I'll have some really great footage to share with you at the end of the trip. Actually, I just reminded me of one thing. Sadly, on the way, I had a little bit of a dent with a auto rickshaw, and you can see my handlebars bent in. But because this thing is pretty much indestructible.
Oh, that has made it aerodynamic.
Yeah. It just means I keep turning left the whole time. No, it's absolutely fine. Everything still works. And so hopefully it'll all be in one piece when I get to Calcutta.
Yeah, it will definitely be. You have all the blessings in the world.
Thanks, man.